I mean, yeah, and shelter too, but okay, food and shelter, right? Food and shelter. And I guess to some extent clothing, but personally I mean, I don't know, if I had it my way, I would just be naked all the time. But I guess like, you know, maybe a couple outfits would be cool and that's it. But like, oh, and I would need my guitar. Alright, okay. So there are a couple things I would need to have, but I already have them. And they're pretty simple, you know, like I got shelter, I got my music, I've got my guitar, I've got, you know, a couple decent pairs of pants and crap, and I got, you know, I've got, you know, a bed and stuff, you know, I've got what I need. But then I just, I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Something about food and money.
He rambles. So that's Blake. And I have a little bit of art, too. Just because, you know, we're all talking about visual work, and I thought I should show you some of my art. Because then you're going to be like, she doesn't make visual art. Well, I do a little bit, so I don't want you to think I'm like, you know, phony or something. Let's see. Actually, Padama, which is the name of the piece that Blake is from, Padama has its own MySpace. Oh, and Blake and Jordan have a cat, and their cat has a MySpace too. His name is Buttons. And Buttons has a blog, and it's really great because he tells you everything that happens in their apartment, only it's from his point of view. So like, sometimes he'll talk about how they make all these strange meows, and he doesn't know why. But this is Padama's MySpace. And that same song is going to come on again. No, don't do it.
How long was Padama?
Padama is a play that was about 30 minutes long, and I did it at the Bathhouse Cultural Center this last November. And basically, it was a play that involved music, visual pieces, which I'm going to show you some of the visual pieces. And it also was like, I played both the characters, and I transitioned from one character to the next during the play. So there's a little costume change in front of everyone, and you got to see that I was not really a boy, but I think it's pretty obvious that I'm not really a boy, but you got to see it for real. Whoa, that was like totally my phone too. Okay, so here's some of the art from Padama. This is actually my favorite piece. Ooh, this mouse is like weird. So Blake is the sort of lighter one, and Jordan is the sort of darker one. And the story is just sort of about how, I mean, I'm sure you guys all know that, you know, in this day and age, it's kind of hard to express yourself when you are a man and you fall in love with another man. And the story was about how they fall in love with each other, and this sort of unfolds this sort of mystical, sort of pagan, adult fairy tale of their life, and how they live with each other, and how they explore being with each other, and then still trying to be who they are in the world that they exist in, which is sort of the real world. So it's this sort of surreal story about their life. And let's see, there's some more art. Oh, there's a piece with Buttons in it. Buttons is so great. Let's see, where's Buttons? There's another cute piece. So, and Jordan is sort of the more earthy one, and Blake is the musician, which I think is a good combination for a couple. There's some more provocative images.
They never actually meet on stage then, do they? Since you are the same person.
Yeah, well, but they do. I don't play them at the same time. Actually, I take that back. I do that. I do them at the same time. But since I'm only one person, you have to kind of use your imagination. But yeah, no, they do meet on stage. There's Buttons. See, I tagged Buttons because he's great. But yeah, like the play was a play. It was a play kind of for grown-ups, but it was also just sort of, still sort of a fairy tale. I even put some of the more sketchy drawings up here. It was tasteful. It was tasteful. So yeah, that's about it for them. And then I really want to show you Buttons, MySpace, because I love that page. Let's see.
So is Mosia a character in? Mosia, sorry.
Mosia. I am a character who, well, I don't know. This is my diary online on YouTube, and I am just sort of this, like, happy girl who likes to, talk a lot and sing and dance around and dress all cute. And I make these online diaries about like my life. I have one online that's public, and then if you add me as a friend, there's a private one that's his favorite one, where I talk about a particular celebrity that I don't like. Anyway, I know, I just made you, and you gave me that $10
Watch out and add you as a friend.
You should, yeah. Okay, hold on. This mouse is all like weird. Oh, and I also like do this whole thing where I have another YouTube page, and then I like comment on my own videos as myself, but like people don't know it's me, so it's really great. So this is my other YouTube page.
So you've got all these different YouTube pages and MySpace and whatnot. Where are you headed with it?
Well, I'm trying to head to Buttons MySpace.
Okay. After Buttons.
Let's see. I'm headed, I just like to do a little bit of everything, and my favorite thing is to perform. And the first thing I ever did was music, and I studied music over at UNT in the composition department. And I also did a lot of private stuff, and I'm also an audio engineer. But I kind of just do a little bit of everything, and my favorite thing is to perform. So all of this stuff is really more just to kind of get you to see what I do. And then when I have gigs, then you can come out and know what to expect. But here's a Buttons MySpace page that I'm just so proud of. And he has 44 friends. Oh, and he has, like, half of his friends are all atheists. Because everyone knows cats are atheists. Okay, I'll just read you a little bit of his blog so you can get a taste of his life. And of course, I put my stuff on his page too.
Cross promotion.
Okay.
Animal world, human world.
Yeah. He's a really good cat. Okay, so here's Buttons' page. Let's see if I can read it in Buttons' voice. Today I laid in bed with Blake. He slept in really late. It was nice. But then he jumped out of the bed really fast and started running around the house, looking for things. I wanted to help, but was kind of mad that he got up so fast. I was still asleep. But then he ran and ate something. I don't know what it was, but it looked moldy. I wouldn't have eaten something like that. Then he went in the steamy room that I'm not allowed to go in. When he was done, he came out naked, like how he normally does. Then he groomed his hair. This took a while, which is completely understandable. I spend at least 5 hours a day grooming my hair. After that, he put on some clothes, which I didn't see any need for. Then he picked me up and kissed me, and then he left. While he was gone, I ate my food that he left out for me. It was good. Then I decided to go back to bed. Then I groomed my hair. Then I went back to bed again. Then I got up and I tried to chase a crumb, which I never caught. Jordan came home just in time because I ate all my fruit, and I was hungry. He fed me, and he even gave me a salmon stack. I was so happy. He was walking in the kitchen, and I tried to play this game where I walk on his feet. He almost tripped. It was funny. Then I ran around because for some reason, I was just super excited and super sure I had seen a bug. He sat on the floor and read a book. I like books because the pages are fun to play with. I'm pretty sure he loves when I do this, so I did it the entire time he was reading. Then, when Blake got home, I ran to him like how I always do. He picked me up and cuddled me really close, and I purred really loud. Then he went to Jordan and cuddled him really close, and I purred really loud some more. Then they both went in the kitchen for a long time and made things that smelled. I tripped them a bunch of times. It was fun. When the smells were strong, they ate something. I don't know what it was because they wouldn't share. Then they went in the steamy room together. They were in there a long time, making funny meows and giggling. I wanted to come in too, but the door was too heavy to move. But boy, did I ever try, because that game sounded fun. When they finally came out, they were both naked. They got in the bed under the covers. I got in the bed under the covers too. Then we played peekaboo for a really long time. They fell asleep before me, but it was so warm between them that I fell asleep pretty fast. It was a great day. So those are the kinds of things that Buttons writes about.
How old is he?
Buttons? Oh, he's just a baby. He's only like 6 weeks. Yeah.
Wow, 6 weeks in, he can write.
He is so smart. It's because most of his friends are atheists, and they taught him that Buttons, you can't be a kitten, you have to let go. And so he learned the ways. so that's just a little taste of that, and I guess that's it. I mean, it's not it, but I guess that's all I can think of to say.